exposing the secret alchemy of success. Your boxers know it, your presidents know it, the CIA knows it. This is the type of information that has been suppressed for many, 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 many years, but at the age of Aquarius, it's all coming back to light, okay? This is some mind-blowing information on ascension and exposing the secret alchemy of success. Now, understand, folks, that the alchemy of your body, the pituitary and the pineal gland, the land of the milk and the honey, when these chemicals, and there's a way that I'm going to expose in this video on how to get this alchemy of neurochemicals divinely orchestrated in order for you to ascend and to attract what you want, whether that's a job, a business, or a partner. This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing information. I want to start off with what Manley P Hall says. Okay, so Manley P Hall is a 33-degree Freemason from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Okay, this dude's work has been suppressed for a very, very long time. He talks about, and I'm going to start off, a successful magnetic healer must have considerable magnetism available to him. If his own supply is highly limited, or if he is unable to form a channel to the general source of magnetism, he will not be successful long term. In today's video, I haven't seen many people talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this right now, okay? The secret of the secrets, this one activity that I want you guys to try out for at least 1 or 2 months. And if it doesn't work, come back on this video, comment, let me know. It'll be like it didn't work, okay? Start taking long walks. Now, I want you guys to understand, when the temperature of your body drops, and it drops when you're exercising, but not necessarily when you're working out, when you're pushing weight, okay? It happens when your subconscious mind, so your mind, you have the cerebellum, okay? Your cerebellum part of the mind is the mind that is subconscious. In order to awaken that mind, take long walks. And here's the secret. While you're on your walks, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because this stuff, honestly, if you're a Western, this is going to work. If you try to meditate in today's world, it's going to be much harder for you to accomplish or get into imagination, even though that is very possible. But most people cannot meditate. Most people cannot sit down. Most people cannot meditate for 20, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. It's very hard for most people. So here's what happens when you're walking, okay? When you're walking, you're activating your cerebellum, okay? And what ends up happening is that, you know why they call Keanu Reeves Neo in the movie The Matrix, okay? Hear this out. The reason why they call him Neo in The Matrix is because of the neocortex. That is the gland. That is a gland that has to ascend, which ascends with your Kundalini awakening. Now, here's what I want you guys to know. If you look at Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast, the most successful YouTuber in the world, you could say, by far. See, the thing is, these people already know these things. Okay? These guys have coaches, these guys have mentors, these guys have people that tell them these things. This guy legitimately walks every single day in the morning. He walks every single day in the morning. While you're walking, learn how to get into your imagination, because what ends up happening with your imagination is everything in this universe exists in the mind, in the hive mind, in the imagination. So your imagination is key. Now, why I'm telling you guys is to do it while you're walking is because when you're walking, you're dropping, as I said, you're dropping that temperature. You're dropping that temperature. Now, magnetism is controlled by visualization, okay? The currency of this universe is magnetism. Why do you see that? Why do you see people that are doing the same type of work, but one person is just getting a lot more results, or another person is getting a lot less results, or two people run the same pranks on YouTube, or two people do the same thing on YouTube, but one person is liked and one person is highly disliked? Because the human picks up on magnetism. Magnetism is a currency of the universe, and the person that can understand magnetism is the person that is attracting and is getting into divine harmonious synchronization. Now, magnetism is controlled by visualization. Visualization is the process of imposing upon the consciousness a picture of the state of well-being. Now, let me give you an example. For any of you guys, and this kind of dark secret, but it's not that dark, okay? Let's say you're into a woman or a man, and you have a date. Now, be careful, because this stuff works, okay? Start imagining that person laughing at your jokes while you're going out with this person. Just start to imagine that. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. You will be shocked, okay? You will be shocked. These things work, okay? But the thing is, it's the amplification of imagination that's going to give you these results. If you are not good with imagination, you have to start walking. You have to start taking longer walks until you're exhausted. And ideally, the walk should be in nature. Now, I'll tell you this. In my own life, here's what's happened, okay? Any girl that I've ever really wanted, as soon as I actually start to imagine her wanting me, I'll get like a phone call, I'll get like a text message, or I'll get like an ad on different social media platforms, because it happens, and it all happens in imagination. Now, another thing is you got to be very now, to level one notch up, if you start doing this in your dreams, because the dream world is more real than this world. You are in a dream right now. While you're in a dream, start to become conscious of your dreams. I am working my best to do that right now, okay? The reason why you want to do that in your dreams is because when you become conscious of your dream, you can ask questions and get answers. Some of the questions that you have in your life right now, you can meet someone in your dream and everything is going by without your control in it. But as soon as you become conscious of the fact that you are in a dream right now, here's what you can do, okay? You can start to ask in that dream if this person is good for you, if this opportunity is good for you, if this career path is good for you, if that business you want to start is good for you, if that investment is good for you, and you'll get a clear answer. That's how it works. That's how, if you understand time, right? Time is running simultaneously. So the past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Okay? This is why there's a movie called Back to the Future. What are they trying to tell you in these movies? They're exposing a reality that is way beyond the perception of the vast majority of people. And if you ever have looked at Andrew Boostman, right? Andrew Boostman is an ex-CIA guy, and he says that 98% humans are trapped in their own perception. 2% that have perspective are able to manipulate perception. Okay, he's an ex-CIA officer. The average person has no perspective. They live in a world of perception. Individuals live with a frame of reference. Now, here's what it is. All that you want is already in existence. I know you've heard this shit, but like when you actually get deep into it, see, the thing is, most people hear this shit, but they never practice anything. They don't do nothing. They don't do any meditation. They don't do any visualization. They don't do feelings. Feeling is the secret from Neville Goddard. Okay, if you look into Neville Goddard's work, if you can't feel it, it can't happen. I still remember when I was a kid, okay, in grade 7 or grade 8, I used to get called, I was kind of fat at that time. I was overweight. And I still remember, for some reason, it's fucking weird, okay? I started imagining myself going, and I know this might sound funny, but try this and do it and tell me if it doesn't work, okay? I started feeling myself at just 30, 40, 50 pounds lower on the weight scale, okay? I started imagining this day in, day out. I used to live, breathe, and exist like that, okay? That's what I used to do. That was my biggest dream. I'm like, I'm gonna get in shape, okay? I kid you not. So here's what I imagined. I imagined myself at the beach and my family being extremely impressed with me losing that weight. Now, guess what happens after a couple of months? And I think this started happening in high school, right after grade 8. I started becoming serious because I couldn't get a gym membership when I was a fucking kid, 12 or 13. So I swear, I think as soon as I turned 13 or 14, I went with my mom. I needed her consent. I joined a gym and boom, within 5 or 6 months, okay, I started becoming very strict with my food, and I just started imagining, because you have to live this shit. Anything that you want in your life, if you want a career, if you want that person, whatever. And another thing with wanting a person, I will touch on the secret in a bit. So I started living by this shit, okay? I started being like, okay, I gotta lose weight. What ends up happening is that one day I end up at my cousin's house, and she looks at my stomach, and my cousin's very, very, very in very good shape. She looks at my stomach and she's like, you're thinner than me. You're thinner than me, okay? When I tell you to live by this state, now, for example, if you're a man or a woman, and you haven't attracted a person yet, here's what's really fucking going on. You're not living like you already have that person. That's the secret that most people don't understand. You're living like you have a cognitive dissonance in your mind, meaning that you're contradicting yourself all the time. There's a huge contradiction in your mind because you're like, I want that person. First of all, remove the word want from your vocabulary, because you're causing a distance between what should already be. So if you're already moving like you don't have a girlfriend, or if you don't have a boyfriend, if you're already, I tell one, okay, I'm going to tell you, this secret is for women, okay? If you are single, and this might kind of sound stupid, but try this out, okay? Try this out. Tell me if it doesn't work, fucking tell me, okay? Go get a fucking wedding ring or something, okay? If you want to get married, go get a wedding ring, start wearing a ring. Start wearing a ring and just start imagining yourself already married. This shit works, man. That's a crazy part, because it works, okay? Start imagining yourself already married, and every time you're cooking, you need to feel like you're already, I know this might sound a little ridiculous. I know this might sound a bit crazy, but for the people that know, for the people that are in the know, they know this, all right? Whenever you're cooking food, you have to fucking pretend like you have to you have to give that food to another, your significant other, like you're cooking for him, okay? Do that, try that, wear a ring, okay? Act like you're already fucking married, and watch how you start to attract. These are things that they don't talk about, and the thing is, it's funny because they bring it up in The Simpsons too. They bring this shit up in The Simpsons, but what they do is, because always understand that they have to tell you the truth. They have to tell you universal laws. Now, it's up to you. They tell you the truth, but what they'll do at the end, they'll crack a huge fucking joke and they'll laugh at it, like, ha, 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 so you don't pay attention to it. Now, when you start doing this, here's what's happening. Your frequency is at a frequency that you're already taken. It's already done. It's already happening. Now, with divine orchestration, when you find that person, you're like, what? You're like, what's happening? It's because you leveled your frequency to that point. People have to be very careful with what they say, okay? There's people that are like, oh, I'm very happy that when you say that you're very happy being alone, like single, right? Okay, I truly believe, I believe that we're here for human connection, okay? I think you can be single. I think there's very good times where, like portions of your life where some people should be single for like a year, 2 months, whatever it is. But I don't think that anyone ever said that they want to die alone. I don't think that's the case. Okay, so when you're ready for it, you have to be very careful with your words, man. Everything you say, you are attracting in your life. So when you're saying that, oh, I don't want this person, I don't like the other gen, I don't like this, I don't want that, I don't want this, whatever it is, you're pushing that shit away from you. Okay? So getting back to it, take long walks. I promise. When you're walking, you're dropping your temperature, and when your temperature is dropping, your kundalini is rising. When your kundalini is rising, the cave of Brahma, okay, the pituitary pineal, the chemicals start to secrete. This is why when you're walking or you're jogging or you're skipping rope or whatever, you get into alignment. This is why this is ancient knowledge, by the way. This is why people, if you look at older books, ancient books, people used to walk. People used to just walk a lot. And the reason